Laura asks her mother about her early history.
And she was learning to talk normally as well?
She couldn't speak at all. She still hasn't learnt properly. She was slow, but now she can say mum, dad, brother, sister.
Can she stand up? Can she take her own weight on her feet?
Stand up. Come on, darling, stand up.
Okay. So she's going a bit...
Stay still. Let your hands relax.
You take a few steps? Very unsteady. I think physically she looks healthy, she looks happy, she looks well cared for. I don't think there's anything else that we could do in the West that you're not doing here. That you're doing everything right. It's something she's born with and something that she's going to have to live with.
Within a short time, we see several different types of congenital disorder, but we need to investigate the possible causes. The next girl we see is 17. Her symptoms suggest a crippling bone disease.
This one was born in the hospital. At the time, nothing seemed seriously wrong. Then she started to twist herself backwards. We thought she needed ointment, so we gave her some. We often took her to the doctors. He told us it was caused by calcium deficiency.
And what's happened to the progression of her illness since then?
2 years ago, she started to twist herself backwards again. Her bones started to crack. Her ankle had been broken since last winter. Somehow, when her nerves pull, the bone is pulled with it. Look at her. There's no flesh left on her legs.
Firstly, I think it's very unlikely that her problems are due to calcium deficiency as such. It sounds much more likely that it's something she was born with and that it's a degenerative disorder.
We spent the winter in tears because of her. We didn't know what was the cause of her terrible pain until we discovered that one of her ankle bones had come out at one side.
We're aware that the authorities could catch up with us at any time. On our way to see another group of patients, we're warned that the Communist Party Internal Security is on our tail. We rapidly make our escape. In villages near the test zone, we've seen cases of children with terrible deformities. To find out if their suffering is caused by the radioactive contamination, we need to get hold of the Chinese authorities' own medical papers. Our search for evidence takes us to the region's capital city, Urumqi. We know we can't stay here long. It's not a popular tourist attraction. Despite the risk, it's time for Anwar to begin his undercover search for medical documents. We give him a concealed camera to record onto video any documents he can obtain. To avoid creating any suspicion, Anwar tells the other medics he's researching a doctoral thesis on cancer. They must not suspect what he's up to. Under constant threat of being denounced as an imposter, Anwar starts to trawl through the documents. He knows that if he's found out, he'll face a 20-year prison sentence. While he continues his search for statistics in Urumqi, we receive important news from a contact. In the south of Xinjiang province, there are senior doctors willing to talk to us. To avoid attracting any attention, we play at being tourists.
What about the small ones?
Then we hear from our contact. For the first time ever, doctors in Xinjiang are prepared to speak out about the effects of the nuclear tests on their region. They know they are taking a huge risk talking to foreigners. To protect them, their identities are heavily concealed.
All I can say is that the chemotherapy department at the hospital is very, very busy. 90% of the patients have blood cancers or lymphatic cancers.
Basically, cancer is everywhere in Xinjiang. The increase has been dramatic over the last 20 years or so, particularly in the south.
We often see children here under the age of 12. They have lung cancer or liver cancer. We see both types in children of this age.
The doctors confirm that cancers are rapidly increasing in Xinjiang. And what's even more disturbing, many of these cancers are among the young. This 26-year-old woman has bowel cancer, rare in a young person. But she lives in Korla, the nearest city downwind of the nuclear test site.
The local hospital couldn't find what the problem was for a long time, and the pain gradually got worse and worse.
So this is a recurrence? This isn't the first time you've been in hospital?
Yes. The first time I had